Hello everyone, and welcome to the ComFreight Haul Pay tutorial. Today we'll be going over the Haul Pay feature in ComFreight, which is our 100% non-recourse replacement for traditional freight factoring. Meaning, once you make a payment request, that's it. No more worries about chargebacks or anything else, as long as all the docs are good and the payment request is valid. So one of the wonderful things about Haul Pay is that you can basically make a payment request 24 hours a day, and you'll be able to track all your history and get status and communication on any issues or any statuses on your payments right through our apps. So we're going to walk through a payment request example here. So now the first thing you're going to want to do is upload the signed bill of lading, which shows that you have basically had a delivery that's been signed for by the consignee. It's important to make sure it's a good quality document so it doesn't slow down your payment request processing. You can upload PDFs or images. Now the next item you're going to want to add is a version of your rate confirmation. Whatever format that may be. It could be an email screenshot, it could be a photo of a paper document, and you'll just want to make sure that you crop it, if it is an image upload, to make sure it's kind of cropped out any extra stuff, and try to make sure it's rotated to the top if you can. It just helps speed up processing even more. You can go ahead and select the type of document you have here. So in this case we have a rate confirmation, but you can also add things like lumper receipts, detention receipts, or anything else that occurred on the load, so we can back up any of the rates that you're putting into the total rate. Pop in your total rate for the haul, and put in the load number for the load based on whatever the shipper broker gave you. Usually it's on the rate confirmation. Then you can go ahead and search for your customer's name here, and once you find it, go ahead and select it. You'll also add some additional details. So you can add your own internal reference number, or if you have your own internal invoice number for your purposes for tracking, in the case that you're not just doing everything through our software, you can add it here, as well as any notes that you want to show up on the invoice. Our system actually generates the invoice for you, so you don't have to worry about doing any invoicing anymore if you use Haul Pay for the transaction or the haul that you just did. You also see your rate associated with the relationship to this customer that we have saved on our end, and you'll also be able to set the request if you want to do a wire, which will get you paid the same day. Again, it's really important to have high quality docs, the best of your ability, and select the right categories, because that will ensure instant processing and won't have any issues trying to get that money to you, and processed, within minutes. Otherwise, it could take longer. So here in the history section, you can go ahead and see all of your new payment requests, all of your past ones, and see the status of any funding for any transaction or load. You can go in here and actually edit any of the payment requests. So if you want to change the load number or add an additional document you forgot, you can go ahead and do that right here. Really quick and easy process, and this will just basically queue this back up for reprocessing, and that'll happen very quickly as long as the docs are good quality. So one more quick thing I want to show you here on the payment details view. If you have a document issue or if there's a decline, you'll see right here in the funding request status notes any notes or details about that if that does occur. Now back on the timeline, you'll be able to have a constant flow of communication around credit requests or credit checks, documents, anything related to your payment status, etc. will be displayed here, and you basically can manage any of the history of issues or events related to your payment requests right there. Now back in the credit section, you'll be able to check credit on any customer. So you go ahead and type in part of the name or the full name. You can also search by MC number if it's a broker. And there's also that green little button if you want to add a brand new customer, because for some reason you really just can't find the customer in our database you're looking for. So this sums it up. I mean, this is really the cure-all for all of your invoicing and payment woes. Just use this payment request tool, leave the rest of us, and get back to focusing on growing your business. Thanks, everyone.